Greetings everybody, welcome to part 43 of Majora's Mask, and right now we are going to put the all-night mask that we just purchased in the last video to actual use. So what we want to do here is go to the inn and talk to this old lady right here. This old lady is named Anju's grandmother. And when you talk to Anju's grandmother, she'll think you're her grandson and pretty much wants to read you a story. Now the story depending on which story that you choose to read, time will actually pass by a little faster. Now if you are not wearing the all-night mask, you will pass out while she reads you a story, and a certain amount of time will pass. Now for this story here, the Carnival of Time, if you choose that one for her to read to you, it will eat up 2 hours of time. And if you choose the next story, which is the Four Giants, it will also eat up time, but it will take you to the next day. So you can actually use this to basically speed things up if you want to get to a certain event faster, but don't want to wait on the, or you pretty much want to play the Song of Time, or like whatever. Anyway, after you hear the Carnival of Times one, choose the first answer, and basically she will reward you with a heart piece. So yeah. And of course, Anju's grandmother is a notebook entry, and we get a reward for helping her out. But there is one more story we could that we can go through right now, and it's pretty much the Four Giants, and then the Four Giants will pretty much actually, when she reads the Four Giants, you'll notice that it's a bit of a foreshadowing to an event that is later going to happen. The story tells about these big old four giants who are protectors of the land from the four compass directions, and basically they go away, and there's this one imp that caused mischief because, well, the imp is friends with the giants, and the imp caused mischief, and then the people rallied together, called a song to call the giants in, and pretty much undid all the imp's wrongdoings. And right now, things are actually coming to pass like in the story. An imp, the Skull Kid, is actually causing mischief everywhere. And the giants, the giants that we've met after being each one of the bosses, well, pretty much we have to rescue 4 of them, and one of them gives us a song that we can play in our ocarina at the right time. So yeah. Anyway folks, for this story she'll ask you a question, but this time choose I don't know. By choosing I don't know, well, even though she'll say that she'll praise us for listening to the story, and we'll get a heart piece anyway for choosing the right answer. I don't think we get anything that worthy. So yeah, that's Anju's grandmother, and that's it for the all-night mask. So let's move on to the next area, shall we? Alright, now we're going into Ikana Canyon proper. Now what you want to do here is we need the Gyro's mask. Now the Gyro's mask, by putting on the Gyro's mask, see that guy up there on the cliffside? We need to talk to him wearing the mask. And of course, in order to get said mask, again, we have to beat the Gorman brothers in horse racing, which means that event is required. And of course, the guy up there will comment on your mask, and what he'll do is he'll comment on the kind of mask you're wearing, and hoping that you can save their souls, and he'll grow a tree stump and fade away. And that's pretty much our hookshot target right there. And of course he talks about this place being Land of the Dead. Of course we met some of the dead members already through Skull Kita and his army, and some big pose. And Flat, the composer. So yeah, we hook shot up here, and be careful, there are boulders up here that can damage Link. We can avoid them easily. And there are also some enemies underground that will pop up. These are called Majorons. And Majorons are these big things that will pop up, and if you run into them, they'll hurt you. That's pretty much all they do. They just pop up from the ground underneath you. If you wear the stone mask, however, they won't bother popping up at all. So, yeah. So, welcome to Ikana Canyon. As you can see, it's pretty sad looking. I mean, it's all despair, it's all decrepit, it's all dead. Oh, and there's Sakon the thief running, and pretty much his deal is that he uses the cannon area as his hideout for stolen property. And what you want to do, folks, he'll ask you for your sword. Do not give it to him, because again, he's a thief and he will take the sword. Yeah. Anyway, we have to get up to this upper cliff area. Oh, if you want to go that way, Sakon's thief is actually this way, but we're not going to go to it right away. Anyway, notice here that the music here is the most grim, depressing version of the well, depressing theme, and the depressing theme is actually a remix of the theme that we hear, the Majora's Mask theme. No, that like that theme. Anyway, as you can see here, we have a couple of Octoroks right there, and well, they happen to be spread out in a equidistant fashion from these two planks, and of course we're going to need the ice arrows from the Great Bay Temple, and we're going to shoot them to freeze them to create platforms across. So yeah, can't move on without completing Great Bay first. And then of course shooting these guys will create ice platforms, which will allow us to get to this plank right here. And now we can hookshot these dead trees up and up until we get to the top of the cliff. And careful, there are gray crow bird things that can knock you off, and we don't want that. Oh, and there's Tingle if you want to get a map from him. And there is the owl statue at the top, so we don't have to go through this again. That building right there, or yeah, that's a gate. That gate is actually the location of a stupid crow thing. That is actually the location of Ikana Castle. Now, we did hear Flat say that he was a member of the Ikana court, and he was a composer for the Ikana royal family. So this is where their castle is located. Now, when we come up here, you'll notice that there's a sign that says the gates will never open. You can never get in here, but we will find a way in here. Actually, two ways to get in there. And actually, we just saw one right there. There's a cracked wall on the side, but we'll get to it later. Anyway, folks, let's continue up this way. And these mummy things that are surrounding this house, they are called Gibdos. We have seen these guys before in Ocarina of Time. These mummified zombie things have the power to paralyze you and to pretty much hug you and rape your face and drain your health. And you can play the Sun Song to temporarily paralyze them and kill them quickly. So yeah. And as you can see here, there used to be water here. So let's investigate what happened to the water. So enter this cave area, and you can see a bunch of skulls and purple mists. Something's not right here. Something's not right. Where's the water? Oh, another Poe. Yes, this is Sharp, Flat's brother. Sharp is the one who trapped Flat in that grave site we visited in the last video, and he's pretty much sold his soul for power, And anybody who enters this cavern, he will curse and will kill you, like quickly. He'll drain your hearts quickly. So when he begins cursing you, just play the Song of Storms, and well, it's time that Flat, his brother, gets even with Sharp. That's right, Sharp. Feel the power of rain and thunder! And of course, Sharp gets all topsy-turvy and all weirdest and all... And as you can see, as the water spins around, the cave becomes all nice and pretty again. And the water refills. And now that the water has come back, on the side of the house is a windmill, and the windmill will start turning. And by powering the windmill, will power this this house right here, and this house is actually called the Music Box House. Now, when the Music Box House starts playing this song, the Gibdos surrounding the house start to act a little funky. Now, as we'll learn later on, this song right here, it has been discovered to actually get rid of Gibdos, because as you can see here, they have an adverse reaction to the song. I mean, it's so horrible to them, they just want to get out of there. As you can see, they are suffering, and they are now sinking into the ground, getting rid of them. It'll be nice if music gets away. I mean, don't underestimate the power of music, folks. And with that done, the door to this place will unlock. Now that is our next destination, the Music Box House, because, well, before we get to that, we can see here that Sharp has been cured of the curse and is all chummy again. Oh, well, I'm not surprised. The Skull Kid's the one responsible for this, too. Man, he must have gone everywhere. I mean, 4 different places, 4 different problems. He must have really gone around in a very short time. Or maybe these problems were already present and the Skull Kid just amplified them quickly. But regardless, now Sharp wants us to go visit the king in the castle because he is waiting for someone to help the land of the dead heal it. And of course, that's what we're going to do, because we're the hero. Now that the music box is operational again and all the Gibdos are gone, we'll be going to the music box house, and in front of the house is a little girl. The little girl's name is Pamela. Now, if Pamela sees you, she will run into the house and will lock the door. And we have to get into the house. So if she sees you and locks the door, place a bomb or something outside so she'll go outside and investigate, then sneak on into the house. Or do like I'm doing here, put on the stone mask so she won't see you, and just walk on into the house. And I can see why the Gibdos want to go away. This music can be kind of annoying at times. And is that big speaker right there? Anyway, go down here to the basement area. And as you go towards this cupboard right here... Oh, jeez! Yeah, it's a half man, half Gibdos. Now, this man is just suffering right now. But what you want to do here is do not pull out your sword. If you pull out your sword, Pamela will come down and kick you out. Instead, play the Song of Healing. And like all the other victims... he will be healed, and we'll actually be getting a new mask at the time, so yeah. And he'll turn back into Pamela's father, complete and healed. Alright, for saving them, we get the Gyarados mask. Now, the Gyarados mask we will need to complete this area, because with it, the Gyarados will think that you are one of them. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to leave this building and come right back in, because right now it's in a sappy moment. And then, yeah, let's just turn around, go back in, and the sappiness will end. Alright, so yeah, what Pamela's father is doing here is that he's researching this place, the land of the dead, and the Gyarados and the Gyaro ninjas. And I haven't gotten around to showing the Gyaro ninjas because they're actually hidden underneath this canyon area. And well, I'll show you more. I'll show you more of that in a additional video some point. Anyway, we just talked to this guy, and yeah, he's actually interested in Tattle too. So yeah. Yeah, Pamela there is hoping that her father would come to his senses, and so they can go back to Clock Town. Anyway, all we can do here is look at these pictures here that he has to the right of him, like right here. Now he'll tell us the information that Gyarados are down there below a well on top of the hill, and that the well contains a treasure. Well, folks, guess what? That will be our next destination in the next video, actually. So, yeah. And that here is the Gyaro Ninja. That's what they look like. Now, what this guy says, he'll say that they've been a lot of them have been spotted around Milk Road. And that's not the real Gyaro Ninjas. That's just the Gorman brothers being the little jerks that they are. I mean, they're the ones that tried to destroy Creama's shipment of milk to prevent it from getting to Clock Town. So, yeah, so in the next video, we will travel to underneath the well and get the treasure that this guy was talking about. And we need to gather supplies in order to get into the well. Well, folks, we'll see you in part 44.